What's up everyone? Kobanramani456 here today, presenting you all another news update on Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS. So, it has been a while, but today, Nintendo showed off a Nintendo Direct, specifically for Smash Bros. And it was 40 minutes long. 40 minutes of Smash Bros. Content. We did not know what was going to be announced at all. We were hoping for some new character reveals, probably, some confirmation on different modes and, showing the returning characters and whatnot. But we got a lot of new info. Like, it's crazy. Like, I wonder what they're going to show at E3. That's how much info they gave us today. It was absolutely mind-blowing. And words cannot describe what I thought about that entire Smash Bros. Direct. In fact, actually, there is a word that can describe that. Greninja. But we're going to get on into that in just a second. But first, okay, so now we finally know what the launch windows of these games are. We don't have official release dates, but we had a feeling that a launch window was going to be announced, and sure enough, Sakurai delivered and told us that the 3DS version is actually going to be coming out before the Wii U version. Which is kind of crazy, because that was going to be same day release, but turns out 3DS version is coming out first. And it is going to launch this summer, and then the Wii U version is going to be coming out this winter. So Smash Bros. For 2014, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have the 3DS version to basically hold out the wait until the Wii U version, the definitive version of this game, comes out. Like, I'm so hyped. I can't believe that. Like, at times, I think, okay, it kind of stinks that the 3DS version is coming out first, but at the same time, it's like, I just want Smash Bros. This is too amazing. So, yeah, definitely going to see a ton of Smash Bros. Content on my channel very, very soon. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Alright. But anyway, also not only that, we found out that the 3DS version is going to run at a silky smooth 60 frames per second in 3D mode, actually, as well. The thing about it is that everything else that's not a character is going to be running at 30 frames. So suppose you run into some enemies in like different modes like Smash Run or something like that. All those enemies are going to be running at 30 frames per second, while the characters that you play, everything's going to run at 60 frames. So that way it won't be as strenuous on the 3DS hardware. Also, we got ourselves a new mode called Smash Run, which is exclusive to the Nintendo 3DS version of the game only. Basically, it's this mode where 4 players have like 5 minutes to play in this dungeon and explore the surroundings. And you have to fight enemies, get power-ups, and once the 5 minutes are up, the fighters then basically fight on an arena. And they have the power-up items that they collected while going through the dungeons. So I think I heard some similarities. Some people were saying that it's very similar to some mode in Kirby's Air Ride. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, basically that's what it is. I don't know if it's replacing Adventure Mode, as we still have not heard anything about that, but this looks like this could be very well what we had seen earlier when Sakurai showed off the picture a while back of Mario and environment that looked very, very similar to what Adventure Mode would be. So yeah, Smash Run sounds really, really, really awesome. Then also we got some more info on online play for this game. This game is going to be for both versions of the game, Wii U and 3DS. Going to support online gameplay to where basically he said the 3DS version isn't going to be as great, so make sure you have a really, really good broadband connection if you want to make sure you have no lag in your battles. And then also he said, if you do, if you want to, make sure to go ahead and get yourself a Wii LAN adapter. These were sold around like 2006 and whatnot when the Wii first came out, and they're still out there for sale. But get one of those so that you can use it on your Wii U and have wired connectivity so that you will have lag-free matches. So definitely want to recommend that. But it's cool that he actually brought that up so that, people won't have the lag that people had to experience in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Also, basically confirmed 2 modes that are going to be in this game. There's going to be For Fun mode, For Glory mode, and oh, well, yeah, that's 2. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. It's kind of like hard for me to think. But yeah, basically there's For Glory mode, to where it's basically Final Destinations, no items, Fox only. I'm kind of joking about the Fox only, but yeah, it's basically Final Destination only, no items, and your battles are going to be recorded, and it's kind of like a ranking system as well. So when you battle in, you know, for glory, since there's only Final Destination to make things balanced, they decided that there are going to be Final Destination stage of like variants of, you know, the original Final Destination. So suppose you want, like, you know, the Mario Galaxy background or something like that. There's a flat stage that's basically with the Mario Galaxy environment, and it basically plays exactly like Final Destination. And yeah, I think that's really, really awesome because, you know, I love to play Final Destination because it's just so balanced. I don't have to worry about stage hazards or anything like that, especially when I'm playing competitively. But everyone who I play with is always complaining about how they think Final Destination is a boring area to look at. I'm just like, dang it, it's not about that, it's about playing. So now, finally, for all the people who don't want to just see the Final Destination background all the time, you can only... You can now switch between different environments with the Final Destination like platform, which is kind of crazy though, because if you look at Final Destination now, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at this. It looks amazing. I'm so excited. Like, that is the most beautiful Final Destination ever. I don't think anyone's going to be complaining when they see this. But yeah, we also got that. And then also, another thing about online play is that there is going to be customizable movesets. Sounds pretty crazy and maybe a bit weird for some people when they're playing online competitively, but that's the thing. You can only use customizable movesets when you're playing with friends online, locally, or in co-op mode. So basically that means if you want to play with people around the world for the ranking system, you can't do that. So yeah, I think that's really good. That makes it really balanced, and I really do like that a lot. And also, I forgot, I'm kind of getting a bit ahead of myself. I forgot to mention the for fun part of the game. The for fun part basically has to where, you know, all stages are picked randomly. You know, you have all the items and power-ups are available, and you can pretty much play on any stage. So that's one thing about the for fun mode, and you can play that with friends, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's basically the online mode. There is also something else to where if you kind of try to do the same thing that you did with the Brawl online before, to where some people would just start up a match and not fight at all, or, you know, just troll or whatever and do stupid retarded stuff. Now, though, those people are going to get penalized to where they could be temporarily banned for quite a while, which I think is really, really awesome, because I swear I hated brawls online, like to where you just play random matchmaking, because there were just so many freaking faggots who would just not do anything or just like troll for no reason. It was just really stupid, like pick Hyrule Temple or something like that just to be an annoyance. So I'm really glad that, you know, they fixed that so that they actually penalize people who do try to do that. Alright, so another mode that Sakurai went into detail about is the ranking system in this game called Global Smash Power. Now, Global Smash Power is not like the typical ranking system like Xbox Live Gamer Score or anything like that at all. Instead of an actual score showing you, you know, like how many points you've accumulated or whatever, instead, this is all about how many people you have outscored on the online servers. So suppose you have a Global Smash Power of, say, around like 100,000 or something like that. Basically, that means that's not your score, you know, that's not your personal score. That basically means that you have outscored, though, over 100,000 people across the world who have played Super Smash Bros. So, pretty interesting. Basically, it's just bragging rights. So, like in this trailer right here, suppose you have a score of 300,312. You've basically outscored over 300,000 people in the entire world. That is awesome, in my opinion. I think that's really cool. I mean, it's not really anything ginormous. Like, I mean, if you look at gamer scores and whatnot, I mean, it's just basically bragging rights, which is exactly what this is. But honestly, it sounds a lot cooler because it's like, look at this! I've outscored like 1 million people in the world. Like, that's so freaking awesome. Like, I wonder who's going to be #1. It'll probably be Mewtwo King or Ally or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I think that's really, really cool. Also, Sakurai went into detail about stages and whatnot, showing off how basically there are going to be a lot of familiar stages, a lot of new stages, and the difference between the 3DS and the Wii U version is that they will have different stages specifically for each version. They're going to have all the same characters, just different stages that are going to be exclusive for each system. Basically an incentive to make you want to buy both versions instead of just buying one, so you can pretty much play all the stages available. And then also, we also got to see a ton of new items that are returning from the previous Smash Bros. Games, and also some new items like the Bomb Chew, the Beetle, the Fire Bar, all these different items that have come from different Nintendo franchises. And I think my favorite one is the Bomb Chew and what's that other item? The Fire Bar. That one looks really, really awesome. And also we got to see assist trophies like Midna, Dark Samus, it's just so many freaking awesome assist trophies. Like, I think I was most excited about Midna, but I think the most amusing one was the Pong one, to where it's like you get to see these like this ball bouncing back and forth between like the two like Pongs, which is pretty cool. And then also, Pokemon are back in this game, but now we can differentiate whether or not we are getting ourselves a regular Pokemon or a legendary Pokemon, as now legendary Pokemon are going to be in Master Balls. So now we got to see in the trailer like some legendaries that we've seen before, like Arceus, Xerneas, all that stuff. But I gotta admit, Arceus seems extremely broken because now he has like a Meteor Smash move, which looks way, way, way too broken. But I still like how, you know, they show whether or not you're going to get a legendary or whether or not you're going to get a regular Pokemon, which makes it a lot more, I don't know, I think it's going to make it a lot more hectic whenever you fight. And then also, did you all see when Mario was riding on Go-Goat? That was so awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the items and stuff like that. But now we're going to go on into the characters in this game, as now Sakurai has confirmed that you can no longer change between characters mid-game. And by that I mean the characters like Zelda and Samus, so where when Samus would do her final smash move, she would turn into Zero Suit Samus. Turns out she doesn't do that anymore. She still retains her regular form, and Zelda cannot turn into Sheik anymore in this game. Instead, Sheik and Zero Suit Samus are their own individual characters that you play as. So you have to decide whether or not you want to play as regular Samus or Zero Suit Samus, or whether you want to play Zelda or Sheik. So because of that, now a few moves are added, as Zero Suit Samus now has jet boots, which give her much better recovery and make her a lot faster. And then we get to see that Zelda has a new move, since she doesn't have the transformation move like she did in the previous Smash Bros. Games, to where now she can take control of a Phantom. If y'all don't recall, these Phantoms are from you know, like the Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, the Nintendo DS games, as Zelda in Spirit Tracks would take control of a Phantom when she lost her body. And you can do that in this game, to where you can send them to go out and attack an enemy from range. But you have to be careful, because sometimes they can be reflected right back at you with even more power. So you have to be careful about that. Sheik also has like an aerial attack move and a grenade as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, but those aren't the only characters that have had a few changes. I gotta say though, I think Zero Suit Samus looks really, really awesome. Like, her Metroid Other M character model looks so much better than the Brawl character model. It was so, I don't know, I wasn't really fond of the Brawl character model, but the Metroid Other M one, woo! But anyway, so yeah, Kirby also has a new change in this game, to where he has a new hammer, to where it's called the Hammer Flip, to where you can charge it up and actually do even more damage than he did before with his hammer. But just like King Dedede's hammer, if you hold on to it too long, you'll start getting damage the longer you hold it. So you have to be careful, because if you keep on holding on to it, you're going to start taking damage for holding on to it for too long. And now, Kirby has a new Final Smash in this game, to where no longer does he do the Cooking Mama Final Smash move like he did in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He now has the Ultra Sword from Kirby Returns to Dreamland, to where he basically sends a flurry of slashes at an opponent and knocks them out. It's so freaking awesome. Also, King Dedede's kind of changed slightly, to where now instead of Waddle Dees, he only tosses out Gordos, which I guess is pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure they nerfed the power of those Gordos a lot. Also, Lucario, as we now know, has much stronger aura abilities, to where the more damage he gets, the more powerful his aura abilities get. But you have to be careful, because if you're not, he can overshoot past the stage with extreme speed and fly over it. So you have to be really, really careful. But Mega Lucario is now making an appearance in this game as Lucario's final smash. So Mega Lucario basically has a fully charged up aura, to where it doesn't matter how much HP or how much damage he's taken. When he's Mega Lucario, his aura abilities are at max. And as you can see right here, Extreme Speed now finally does damage. So that's one change that I'm really, really happy about, because I love how in Project M, Extreme Speed does damage, but sadly in Brawl, for some reason, Extreme Speed does not, but Double Team does, which I found really, really polarizing. But I'm glad that they fixed that. I'm so freaking happy. African Goku is back! Smoggin better not ban him, or else I will come after Smoggin. Smoggin needs to go. Hate Smoggin. Okay, also, Olimar has a few changes, to where now, Pikmin, when they are plucked, they are now in a fixed order. They're not random, so you can't pull out, like a purple, and then you randomly pull out a blue or something like that. If you first pull out a red, and then you pull out a blue and a purple, that's how it's going to be for the entire match. So it's a fixed order. Also, Olimar only has 3 Pikmin now following him, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I wish he had 6, but the reason why they did that is because now you have a new recovery move called Winged Pikmin, to where these are from Pikmin 3 pretty much, to where they'll pick you up and fly you over the stage, well, fly you back to the stage if you get knocked off. But you have to be careful, because if you have 3 Pikmin in your possession, you're going to be a lot heavier and you won't have as much range with the Winged Pikmin. But you can toss them while you're being flown over, so that way you can be lighter and you can have more range vertically and horizontally. Also get to see that Pit has been changed now, to where he's kind of slightly been nerfed, but in a good way. Because if y'all remember Pit from the original Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you can see that he can kind of be broken at times with his gliding ability, to where if you don't knock him out, Pit is without a doubt going to be coming back, whether he be gliding or flying or just doing the wings that Palutena bestows upon him with his Up B special move. But in this game, he only has the jumps and no glide. The glide is gone. And then his Up B special, his special B move is no longer the wings from Palutena. Now it's a bit more similar to Extreme Speed, in my opinion, to where you kind of go a far distance rapidly, and that way you can reach the ledge if you need to. So I think it's good in its own way, but I think it makes him not as broken as he was in the other games when it comes to recovery, because he could recover from almost anywhere. It was insane. But now, Pit's final smash is no longer calling upon Palutena's army of pawns. Now he gets the 3 sacred treasures that we saw in Kid Icarus Uprising, to where he can shoot pretty much arrows, call upon lasers from the heavens above. It's so awesome. Like, Pit's final smash finally does him the justice he deserves, because it was kind of a bit weird to call upon like all these little pawns or whatever from Palutena to just come and fly through the stage and knock out opponents, instead of Pit actually doing it. But now Pit, oh my god, Pit is so powerful now. I'm excited. He looks awesome in this game. Then Yoshi has been confirmed to be returning in this game, and one thing that Sakurai did was he made Yoshi stand a bit more upright, so nothing really too crazy or insane or anything like that, but I guess they're just trying to follow with the current, design of Yoshi that he's been with in the recent, games that he's featured in. And then, not only that, they made Yoshi a lot more powerful now, so now he's a bit more of a formidable, foe when you're facing off against him, because before, Yoshi really wasn't that great in my opinion. He was alright, but he wasn't amazing. But now, they've definitely made him a lot stronger, so I'm really, really happy about that, how they're trying to balance out all these characters. So that it's worth playing, some characters, because some people just want to play a character because, that may be their favorite character in the series, but then, the character will suck or whatever, and it's just like, oh, well, dang, I don't want to play it anymore. Kind of like with Link, Link has always been one of the worst characters in the Super Smash Bros. Series, but some people play him because, he's their favorite character in, the Nintendo franchise or series. So, Yeah, also got to see some more detail on Rosalina as a character, to where, honestly, she seems like the most technical character in this game, even more so than the Ice Climbers. But I have a feeling she could be extremely broken, and I'm pretty sure once you master her, she's probably going to be in top tier. I don't know why, there's just something about it, because Rosalina has the ability to control Luma from far off, and then at the same time, she can attack as well, so you can control two characters at once. And both characters have different attacks, but at the same time, if you look at it, it's like it can be so combo heavy. Like, I can imagine them being extremely broken. Sure, you'll probably have a really high learning curve, but it looks way too broken. It's scary how dangerous it could probably be. Okay. Also, I was looking at the trailer. I saw Donkey Kong kidnap Rosalina and Diddy scratch his butt, but yeah, her side B is the Starbit move. We also get to see that her up B is the Launch Star, which is kind of like what we've seen from the Super Mario Galaxy series. And then her down special move is Gravitational Pull, to where basically she can pull projectiles, anything like that, and make them go around her, or you know, just call upon items that are around the field and bring them towards her. So that's pretty freaking broken and awesome. I think she's gonna be way too broken. Like I said, high learning curve, but I think she's going to be broken. Also, got some more details on Little Mac. As Little Mac is a monster. He's pretty much the strongest character in this game. If you're on the ground, that is. As Sakurai has pretty much told us that Little Mac is abysmal when it comes to aerial fighting. If you go in the air, he gets significantly weaker, and his recovery is piss poor pretty much. It is terrible. But when you're on the ground, his smash attacks and all of his attacks are extremely powerful. In fact, Sakurai says his smash attacks hit at megaton levels. Like, I've never heard him say that about any other character. Like, we've heard that, you know, the other characters have been beefed up and all that stuff, but nothing about the character being so powerful that his smash attacks can pretty much one-shot characters. And yeah, speaking of that, Lil Mac has his own little unique move. It's called, like, the Charge. Like, he has a charging power-up move, as we saw in the Lil Mac trailer, to where when you fill up his power meter all the way, you get a one-shot, one-hit KO uppercut move. And if you land that, it doesn't matter how much damage the opponent has, whether they be at 0% or at 100%. If you nail that hit at full power, it is a one-hit knockout. This man is super powerful. I'm scared. I'm legitimately scared. But like I said, if he's in the air, he is extremely terrible when it comes to combat. So if you can just make sure that you keep Lil Mac in the air, or you fight in the air and stay away from the ground, then I think he's not going to be that hard. So I'm glad that they balanced him out in that way, to where if you knock him off the stage, then, you know, I mean, he's just basically, he's going to fall and die. But you got to be careful while you're on the platform, because if you let him land any hits on you, you're most likely going to be dead. Also, they had a little cameo of the where you can choose the wireframe Mac from the original arcade game. And then there's even a first-person mode, which looks really, really awesome in my opinion. Also, we got to see some more info on, we got to see some more info on the Villager. And it's pretty much stuff we've already seen, to where, you know, he has Balloon Trip, that's his recovery move. He's got Pocket, to where any projectile that's sent towards him, he can put it in his pocket and then fire it back at an opponent with even more power. Then he's also got Timber, which we've already seen is extremely powerful, and I think it's going to be extremely broken. I don't know. The Villager just scares me too. He seems way too powerful. But something about him makes me feel that he's going to be a really lightweight character, so if you hit him enough times, I think he'll be able to be knocked out very easily, but I don't know, something about him's scary. Then his final smash is the Dream Home, to where you can basically, put Tom Nook will pretty much make a house around the opponent and then make it explode, and then the opponent is sent flying. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And Also got to see Mega Man, we got to see his move sets and all that stuff, which are all inspired from past Mega Man games. So I really love how Nintendo is showing Mega Man, you know, the justice he deserves, because Capcom doesn't even... It's like Nintendo treats Mega Man better than Capcom does. And Mega Man is Capcom's own mascot. That's what's really sad about it. Like, seriously, with the dire situation that Capcom is in, I really, really hope Nintendo buys Mega Man, because Nintendo knows what they're doing with Mega Man better than freaking Capcom does. Like, I really love all the stuff that they've done with Mega Man so far. And his final smash. Good lord! Look at his final smash. He calls upon pretty much all, like, he calls upon 5 different Mega Man, like, costumes. And they all shoot a laser all at once and just take out opponents with that. It's amazing. Holy crap, man. And then got to see more info on the Wii Fit Trainer. As, you know, I know a lot of people don't like the Wii Fit Trainer, but I think she's pretty cool, as she has the ability Deep Breathing. That's her down special attack, which you can basically call Calm Mind, to where she charges up her attacks. And then she has a neutral special move called the Sun Salutation, to where she will send out a projectile. You can charge it up and fire it at an opponent immediately, or you can charge it up and then save it for later. So kind of like, you know, Samus's and... it's kind of like Samus's projectile move and Donkey Kong's, like, you know, neutral B punch, which I think is pretty cool. And then you can also play as the male Wii Fit Trainer if you want to. There's no differences really at all. It's just preference whether or not you want to play as the female one or if you want to play as the male one. But yeah, a lot of stuff that I talked about right there. A lot about the characters. But now, it's time to talk about the biggest reveals for this Nintendo Direct that was shown today. And that is that Charizard is back. But Charizard is not just one of the Pokemon under Pokemon trainers, you know, control. Charizard is his own individual character. He can do whatever he wants now. He's, you know, you can't switch between, you know, like Squirtle or anything like that. He's his own character. And if you watch this trailer right here, Charizard just exudes power, which I really, really love, because Charizard, and, you know, there's so many people who want to joke about Charizard, because Charizard is 4 times weak to rocks. Charizard isn't that strong. And I mean, technically, if you look at it, like, he isn't that good as a Pokemon standalone. But seeing him in Smash Bros, to where he's been beefed up, you know, he just looks like he's gonna wreck everything in his path. He looks like an extremely powerful Pokemon in this trailer, and I love how they did that, because it makes this trailer even more hype. And you just see Mario and Charizard duking it out, and then you think, oh my god, Mewtwo! Mewtwo's in the back. He's about to set things straight. He's about to just split them up and stop them. But then no, it's not. It turns out to be the 6th gen starter and Pokemon X and Y, Greninja. And oh my god, words cannot describe how excited I was when I saw Greninja, because, I mean, I really wanted Mewtwo. Like, that would have been awesome, and I'm pretty positive that Mewtwo is going to be announced. But when I saw Greninja there, it was just like, oh my god, my favorite Pokemon out of the entire Pokemon series is here. Like, I've wanted Greninja so much in the next Smash Bros. Game. I didn't want to get my hopes up high, so I never did really say anything or, you know, like, even try to mention it, because it just seemed too crazy. But then at the same time, it was like, I mean, Greninja is a fighter. You can tell. Just look at him. His stance, everything about him. Like, he's a ninja. He's powerful. He's one of the most powerful Pokemon in OU, especially because of his ability, Protean. Like, he's even, you know, if you don't count him as a starter, he's still, like, one of the best Pokemon in OU. And I'm so glad that they captured Greninja's character in this game so perfectly. He's fast. He's agile. He's very acrobatic. And not only that, he's got his water Shoryukens. There's just, oh my god, there's just something about him. Like, seriously, I think I'm more excited about Greninja than Sonic. Like, I love Sonic. I wanted Sonic. I'm glad that they announced him, but seriously, now that I look at it, I may main Greninja and Sonic at the same time, but I'm thinking about probably picking up Greninja now, because Greninja is just so freaking awesome. I just love Greninja. Greninja's the best, man. Best. But seriously, though, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I don't think I've ever been so excited for a game. And did you see his final smash? Oh my god. It's like he sends the opponent flying up in the air. Everything gets blacked out. And he just slashes away at the opponent. And as you can see, he's about to do a Mortal Kombat. Finish him! Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so hyped. I know it sounds like I'm probably fangasming right now, but seriously, I am. Like, oh my god. Greninja's so awesome. And then we got to see Charizard's Mega Evolution is his final smash. So we get to see Charizard X. I'm hoping we'll get to see Charizard Y as well, but they'll probably do Charizard X just because the fans are like, oh, I want Charizard as a dragon. So, I don't know, but it'd be cool if they let you decide which one you want. Like, suppose you press down B or up B or something like that. That lets you change between different, you know, Charizards. Like, if you press down B, he turns into Charizard X because Charizard loses his flying ability. But if you press up B, then Charizard turns into Charizard Y, since he still retains his same, you know, typing. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. But, Greninja! Let me know in the comments below what you all think about the reveal of Greninja. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And seeing him in CGI and everything. Like, I know Sakurai meant to troll us, but honestly, he trolled us in a good way, because I would rather have Greninja any day over Mewtwo. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about Greninja because I could go on and on forever about him. But yeah, if you actually look in the background, you can see that Greninja and Charizard are fighting in the Elite Four arena in Pokemon X and Y. So that's pretty cool for all the people who actually did not notice that. But anyway, yeah, that wraps it up for this news date. An extremely long news update. And, you know, I just wanted to go in-depth about some of the things that were revealed and give my opinions on, you know, Greninja and Charizard being revealed for this game. Like, oh my god. Summer can't come soon enough. Summer cannot come soon enough. And winter too. But hey, at least in summer, we'll have Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS to help us with the wait. I'm hyped. Are you hyped? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm trying to stay calm, but seriously, I can just go like, woo! All over the, oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. But anyway, if you all did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 1,500 likes. That'd be really awesome. And if you all want to keep on seeing this series, like I said, make sure to show your support in the comments and like section below. But yeah, thank you all again for watching. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Kabondermites.